In last week's Wigan v Liverpool game, we heard the frankly astonishing news that Stuart Downing had scored. With a header. What next? Emmanuel Adebayor with a lung-bursting run in the 90th minute. What's the most unexpected thing you've ever heard or seen on a football pitch? Omid?
Well, for me, the most extraordinary thing I ever saw was, do you remember when Terry Venables became manager of Australia and there was a World Cup playoff, actually, with my country, Iran? And it was a two-leg playoff, and I think at the Azadi Stadium in Tehran, it was 1-1. And I think in the first half, I think Kewell got a goal and Viduka got a goal, and I think it was 2-0. And with about 15 minutes to go, there's a famous guy in Australia who's a nutcase who parachutes into events. He parachuted into Vegas in a boxing match. He parachuted into the stadium, and he...
During the game?
During the game, with 15 minutes to go, he comes in, and the crowd's cheering, and he lands in the Australian goal and gets caught up in the net. So it takes about 5 minutes to cut him out. So everyone's laughing, Venables is laughing, the Australian players are having a drink. If you look over, everyone starts laughing at the Iranian team because they've got into a huddle and they start doing Muslim prayers. They're going down like this, the whole team, and they're really galvanised, and they come up. And of course they've got to get 2 goals to go through on the away goals, and they scored 2 goals and they went through. And I think they were trying to kill the parachutist because it was he was the one that didn't just distract the game but gave that kind of Muslim spiritual power to the Iranian team, who prayed solidly for 5 minutes, scored the 2 goals.
Beautiful. And
they went through to the 1998 World Cup final.
Did they think he was some sort of message from heaven?
They thought he was sent by Muhammad. They actually thought that. It wasn't a comedy. They go, this is a sign.
That is quite an unexpected thing to see.
And apparently in the papers they said the whole of Australia was laughing at us. And they came through and they scored 2 goals. And of course they went to the World Cup and they played America and they beat America. They felt there was some kind of spiritual power.
I remember the game against America because I was in Golders Green High Street that evening getting a bagel. And this is one of the most Jewish stories you'll ever hear. And after the game, loads of Iranians came down in limousines, waving Iranian flags. Let's go and wind up the Jews.
It wasn't. It was their Filipino servants who waved the flags, actually.
Oh right, okay.